Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yoki Man here and welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager 2019 save here with Braga. In this episode we are going to take on Valencia in our second game in the Champions League, which has started surprisingly well. We've been changing a load behind the scenes tactically. I've been mixing around with different stuff. I've been changing my tactic up because I wasn't very impressed with the end of last season, and then the start of this season wasn't fantastic. The tactic that pretty much got us to where we are seems to not work now. And I don't even know if things are going to change even more now because the game's been updated, and I imagine all the match engine fixes and stuff like that will affect the game now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in terms of watching the games and seeing what seems to be different in the match engine. But hopefully, I'm hoping for another victory. And as you can see, we're in excellent form, so the league has picked up as well. I'll go through the fixtures now, but if you didn't see the last episode with the 2-2 against Benfica, why not? Go check it out. It was insane. It was a brilliant game against Benfica. A little bit frustrating, considering we went 2 up, but it was a great game. Right, so the schedule since you last saw us is as this, and as you can see, it is very green, and I'm hoping that doesn't change anytime soon. Now, it's been very workmanlike, our performances in some of the games, but I will take them. Straight after the Benfica 2-2, we played against Cova de Pidedi. Yeah. Never saying that again. Leonardo Ruiz scored for them in the 72nd minute, but it didn't matter because Ricardo Horta and Alejandro Marquez had already got the goals. We then played against Monaco in a game that I was fully expecting to lose, and we actually won 1-0, Luka Jovic. We employed for the first time in this game our first ever really for this save kind of counter tactic. I've kind of stuck with similar tactics, so I decided to go to the presets, have a look what I could work around with the preset tactics, and this one actually worked really well for us, Luka Jovic getting the goal. And yeah, I was very happy with the result because I'm not expecting much. I will take dropping into the Europa League. We've already made the money from getting into the group stage, and that's kind of good enough at this stage where the squad's at. We then played against Victoria Guimarães and Luka Jovic again getting the goal. A 1-0 win against Victoria Guimarães away, they are our rivals, is a very good win in my opinion. Now, Quintero hasn't started the season well. In terms of the recent games, he's not played well at all. I'm hoping we can turn that around. We then played Aruca and we beat them 4-0. Ricardo Horta with 2, Atilio Ramirez with, I believe, his first goal for the club. He's come into the midfield and started playing very well, and João Novias as well getting a goal, but I was so excited when he scored. We then played against Vizela and Alejandro Marquez and a Luka Jovic hat-trick. I'm finally happy to see that he's doing business. I mean, in 7 minutes he scored 3 goals. He was fantastic. They did cap us back before Luka Jovic went on a tear. It was very frustrating. The goal they scored as well was a breakaway, and they absolutely ripped us apart on the break and scored. But Luka Jovic stepped up, got himself 3 goals, and it's another win. So things seem to be going well since we started tweaking and fixing around the tactics. Now, obviously, I have a tactic set in place for today's game. We're going to be playing our counter tactic in some way, shape, or form, and it seems to have worked very well so far. So I'm hoping it continues, and our regens are starting to step up and come into the squad and actually starting to make a difference. So that's good as well. Right, guys, so this is the counter tactic I was talking about, and this is the way we're going to play for today's game. Unfortunately for me, as we start it, I did not register Atilio Ramirez. I didn't know he was going to be this good from the offset in his first few games, but it's just an unfortunate oversight, and I'm sure that if we do get to the knockout stages in the Europa League, I probably will bring him in. I'm just not quite sure who for yet, but this is the squad we're going to go with. Jovic up front, Marquez on the right since he's in good form, Horta on the left, Gukuri and Febas in midfield with De Villa, who's played very well when he's playing in this position as the DM. Cardoso, Cortese, Da Silva and Ricardo on the right, and we will not be going with Guedes in the net. We will be going with Leitner. Now, this is a pretty strong squad. Cardoso's playing very well. I was tempted to keep Luis Santos in because he's having a good season, but Cortese does play the ball, playing defender very well there, so we'll give him the game. And I was torn between whether we should have Febas and Novias, Gukuri and Novias, that situation in midfield is really difficult at the minute because I've really potentially got 4 players who could play it well there. Also, Quintero can play in this position in my honest opinion, and I would be tempted to use him there in one of the 2. And guys, so as we already knew, they've got a pretty strong team. I'm pretty sure Sanabria is very good up front. Leon Guedes is a brilliant player. Kondogbi is very good in this game. I can't believe they've got Ander Herrera. Vass is very good as well. They've got a very good team. Murillo is a very good centre-back as well. And I like Tony Lato at left-back. So this is going to be a very interesting game. I think it's going to be very difficult for us. Surprisingly, it's the exact same formation that Monaco played against us. So let's hope that we can pick up a similar result. Again, we're just here to nick a goal, sit off, and hopefully go through. Get the win with just the one goal. That may seem like boring football, but that's what we're out for today, and I'm going to tell the lads to go out there and pull off an upset, and I'm also going to tell them that I think they've got what it takes. Right, so we're set to key highlights, and hopefully the formation works. Now, it's very difficult for me to tell how the formation is doing when we're playing key highlights, so this should be interesting. Really, it's helped that I've played in sometimes comprehensive and whatnot to try and see what's going on. Jovic there misses out. Looks out. What, is he going to give a penalty here? I will take that early on, please, sir. Yeah, it's very difficult to tell really what's going on in the way the game's being played when you don't have it on comprehensive or extended, but key is probably better for these highlight packages because we can kind of just bundle it all into one episode then. Was that a penalty? No. It was a free kick. I was really hoping for a penalty. We could have done with that. Decent shots, but they're long range. No, we're not going to be putting work ball into the box, and that is a situation. Okay. So we will bring on this young lad here, Pedro Scow. Now, start of the season was only 2-star rated. He's already gone up half a star already. Now, statistically, he doesn't look amazing, but he is touted to be a very good right back. And I will tell you from experience, he's playing very, very well when he's playing. As you can see by his average rating, the kid is playing very well. He came through our youth system. I was really struggling to find wing-backs this pre-season. I solved the left-hand side with De Silva coming back on loan, but I really couldn't solve the right-hand side, and this guy's filled the gap, so let's hope he can step up against Valencia. Never great to have an injury, is it? 20 or so minutes in, they've got the corner here. Will this be 1-0? Katese clears it. Guedes is very good. Vass again, nice ball in. And can we break away here now? Ricardo Horta finds Jovic. This is kind of the breakaway we want. De Silva picks that back up. De Villa. Ricardo Horta with the shot. Not a bad shot. Tony Lato played that back there, but they played their way out of trouble. Are they going to cause us an issue now? Sanabria. Oh, wow. They countered the counter and got a goal. Okay, so we will go attacking. We're going to stay counter-attacking, but we will go attack. That's very frustrating. They countered our counter-attack. It's not the news you want to hear. And with our right back being injured, it definitely doesn't help us. It'll upset the rhythm of the way we're playing. Sanabria is a very good player. Are they just going to rip us apart now? He's offside there, correct? We have to remember there's the potential for that in any of these Champions League games, that we just get torn apart. Okay, 1-0 at half-time. Bit frustrated. We need to bring it back. Leitner's having a great game in goal, but the rest of the team doesn't seem to really be coordinating anything. So I've told them I want to see a much better showing, and in retrospect, yes, I do. Let's go get creative. Maybe we'll take off hit early crosses. Ricardo Horta is now injured. This is not the best game for us in terms of injuries. Let's bring Donis on. And we're instantly going to jazz this up a bit. Donis will come on attacking. Marquez attacking. And let's just leave it like that. I'm tempted to make Febas attacking, but he should already be getting quite far forward. Can I do the shout again? No, it still keeps the shout. Daniel Vass here. Guedes. Oh, God. 2-0. 2-0, okay. The counter-attack hasn't worked. The counter-attack hasn't worked this time. It's deflected as well, Cardoso. That's very frustrating. We're going to have to change things up here now. We need to put them under more pressure. We're going to go with this tactic. It is attacking, and we're going to bring Quintero on. So that means all our substitutions will have been made very early on in the game. Yeah, but I don't really know any other way around this, to be honest with you. I think we're going to have to do that. And kind of hope for the best. I hope for no more injuries, and hope that this is an attacking formation. So this could spring them as Sanabria nearly scores again. We really need to sort our stuff out here. This is really bad. We've been playing so well recently, but we didn't stay tight enough in that first half. We conceded the goal, and then now it's been an uphill battle. Again, defensively, we've not been fantastic, but going forward, we've not really created anything, and that's where we've got our key players. Our best players are forward-thinking players. But it doesn't seem like much is changing. Did they just bring on Andre Gomez? Great. Wow. Scout, what was that? What was that, mate? The throwing was dreadful. We seem to be giving away possession way too easily in this game. I don't know if it's the pressure of us being away in Spain, and it's probably... I don't know if Football Manager takes it into account, but in my head it does. The first time that we've played with such a big away game in the Champions League, a lot of the players have made poor passes, but that's good there by Marquez, Febas, Quintero now. I really need him to step his game up. Gakuri scores. What a goal. Is there a chance for late drama here? That goal definitely should boost us. When Quintero plays it onto Gakuri here with the... Wow, nice effort, Gakuri. I'm glad I played you, sir. Get creative. Is there late drama? There's 5 minutes added on, but it doesn't look like it now, does it? No, it's definitely not. We're in, what, the 96th minute? Unless this goes in... No, I didn't think so. He's got to blow it up here. I mean, I'm frustrated at Katese just holding on to the ball there. So a 2-1 defeat to Valencia in a game that we did create chances, but not much on target. And I wasn't happy with how tight we were defensively. The whole point is to be very strong defensively and break away. We do have quite quick players. And that didn't happen in this game. Luka Jovic didn't particularly play very well. And Alexis Febas didn't have a good game either, which was pretty frustrating. I want to keep spirits high because things have been going well, so I'm going to say that I can't fault their performance, and then I'm going to individually highlight, I think this is a good idea, certain players and say I'm not happy with your performance, because there's a few players that I'm not going to pick out on Scow because he's so young, but players like Febas and De Silva, who are established very good players, need to know that I'm not happy with that today. That wasn't a good enough performance. I'm not really going to pick on anyone that came on the pitch. Quintero picking up a potential groin injury, though, and Ricardo coming off with a foot injury, and Ricardo too coming off with a potential groin injury, is a little bit of a worry to me. So let's just take a quick look at what we're working with here. So Ricardo Horta, 3 to 5 weeks. That's not useful. 3 to 4 weeks, sorry. 3 to 6 weeks for Ricardo, and that really ramps up the pressure on Pedro Scow, because he's our only other right back. We really could not afford to have him out for a long time, and Quintero is just 1 to 2 days. So that will be it for this episode. Unfortunately, a disappointing loss to Valencia. I think we gave an okay account of ourselves. We've got to remember this is our first chance in the Champions League, and Valencia are no slouch. The counter-attacking tactics seem to be working very early on in the game. We seem to be doing quite well, but then we had the issue with, I think Ricardo Horta coming off was an issue, because he's very quick and he's very useful in our counter-attack. We do have, I think he had a good chance at the start of the game as well. And then defensively, when De Silva's having a poor game and Ricardo goes off, the counter-attack just seemed to fall apart. And as soon as they got the second goal, I knew I had to change things up. But maybe it was too little too late. But, I mean, at least we managed to get the goal. Just a bit frustrating. So if we look at the schedule, we'll probably kind of do round about the same thing. We may do a month again. I'm tempted to bring you Porto, but I think we can probably get the month done. Maybe even bring you Juventus. If I really want to punish myself, I could do that, but probably not. I don't see that being a fun game. Just us losing. I don't know. Leave your opinions in the comments if you think you prefer to see the bigger games, or if you just kind of like the mix of sometimes big games, sometimes smaller teams. You get an overall look then of how the team kind of performs, I suppose. But yeah, unfortunate to lose after that good run, but it had to happen at some point when we're playing some big teams. Aves will be a big game next, considering they're 4th in the league, but we're at home. Hopefully we get a good performance. Definitely feeling it this season in terms of where the squad is, that we definitely need to maybe bring in some more talent and hope that this youth develops to be really good talent. But anyway, guys, I've rambled on enough at the end of this episode. I just want to note quickly to say thank you for all the new support and just the support in general. You guys have been brilliant in this series, and I'm really enjoying it, this one and the CSKA Moscow one. I will note that things will not be as frequent as they used to be. Unfortunately, I've started a new job, which is a little bit more full-time than I probably would have wanted it to be. So it won't be as frequent, but it'll still be as constant as possible. We won't be going anywhere. There's still going to be regular uploads. They just won't be, you're not going to get one every day anymore. Not all the time anyway, but yeah, we'll still be going along as normal. It's just going to be a little bit less frequent. But thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.